What's going on, YouTube world? This is your guy, Sealz the Man. Thank you for coming back and checking out your boy. In today's video, I'm going to talk about some of the things that decent men, good men suffer from. And sometimes I literally mean suffer from. Our thoughts, the things that we think about and sometimes worry about. And I feel like this is important for y'all to know because, as you know, this channel is all about understanding the mind of decent men, good men. So let's get to it. The first thing I'm gonna bring up, the first thing that a lot of decent men suffer from is straight up the thought of losing you as his woman. That thought is more than a thought. It is a nightmare for a multitude of reasons. Because as a man, our duty is to be here for you fully, 110%. As a man, I am your man. He's going to do whatever it takes to make sure that you are here, that you remain here. But there's something about life. There's something really beautiful about life, but then there's something really scary about life. Life is beautiful because it births new things, but life is also scary because it takes things. And the scariest thing that a lot of decent men think about is when their wife, their girlfriend, their loved one is taken from them. Now I know none of us have control over this. I try not to think about the things that I cannot control. I try not to worry and settle in on the things that I cannot control because I have no control. What can I do about things that I cannot control, right? But there's always that one thought in the back of our heads that just makes us tremble in the thought of you no longer being here. Just imagine having someone as your life partner, someone that is half of you, half of your existence. A real partner, right? You love this person so much, especially y'all married ones out there. Y'all literally married. That is the definition of marriage, two becoming one. So imagine that one is being split apart and you losing that half. And the scary and sad part about it is it happens every single day. Someone loses their wife every single day. Someone loses their husband every single day. And like I said, I know, like I have strong faith that God will take me through, or God will take you through if you went through that. But it's still a thought, you know? So that's something to know about your man that is a decent man, a good man. The next thing that a lot of decent men struggle with, suffer from, is the thought of something happening to him and how that will affect you and if y'all have a family. Once again, men have a heavy responsibility and duty to be there for their loved ones, their wife, their girlfriend, their children, their family, their community. And just the thought of not being able to accomplish those duties, those responsibilities, is a nightmare. Who is going to be there to take my place? What is going to happen to my girlfriend? What is going to happen to my wife? What is going to happen to my kids? How will my absence affect them? Will they suffer from my loss? How much will they? What will happen? All these things come about periodically in the mind of a good man. And this is why communication with your lover, your loved one, your wife, your husband, your partner, whatever, is so important, because you have to plan for these things. None of us are going to be here forever, right? As my grandfather used to say, death and taxes, both things that are promised. So we have to prepare for that finality, but that still worries us because it is something that we cannot control. Men struggle and suffer from the thought of not having control. A lot of men, I won't say all, but a lot of men, even if you're faith bound, right? Because you're just scared of the thought, you know, you're human. Overall, you know things are going to be okay because of what you have, but we still have that thought. That feeling is hard to get rid of. The next thing that a lot of good men, a lot of decent men suffer from is the thought of losing the ability to provide and protect. So it's not always about death or losing someone or leaving this earth. Sometimes it's losing your physical abilities, your mental abilities. You turn on the news, there's an accident every single day, every single hour, every single minute. Car accidents, train accidents, plane accidents, all types of accidents where the person loses their ability to walk, to talk, to carry heavy things, and overall the ability to protect their woman. That is a scary thought because men take great pride in the ability to do, in the ability to produce, in the ability to protect. And if you take that ability away from us, we feel less of a man, because that is such a big part of being a man and a big part of being a man for you. This is a scary thought because it happens to men every single day. And there's a higher chance of something like this, a tragedy like this, happening because there's a higher exposure of men doing physical things or being out and about. So there's a higher chance of it happening. You just never know. We never know. And because we don't know, that can be a worry on a lot of good men's minds and their spirits. The next big thing that a lot of men, good men, decent men suffer from is the chances of losing himself through the stresses and the weights of life. I just saw a recent staggering stat the other day, and it was saying and talking about the high suicide rates of men in today's generation. Like, it's never been higher than what it is now. Men are falling and succumbing to the pressures of life, to the responsibilities of being a man and what they need to do. Men are giving up at an alarming rate, and that was scary to me. Not saying that I would ever do that to myself, but just the thought and the possibility that my brothers, a young man that I tutor or teach, a dude that I play basketball with on the courts every single week, is hiding something on the inside which can lead him to ending himself. That is a scary thought, because a lot of men hide their feelings so much. They don't want to express certain things because they don't want to seem weak or less of a man, or they don't know how to communicate how they really feel. Because of those things, sometimes you never know when a man is at his wit's end, when he's at the edge of his sanity. You just never know. And as a man, that's scary to me because I know how men work, and my heart would be broken if I was to ever lose a brother because he succumbed to the weight of life and the pressures of life. I will blame myself, because not only am I a protector to my woman and my family, but I'm a protector of my brothers as well. I am my brother's keeper. So I would unconsciously blame myself for not being there for him. Even though I had no clue he was feeling this way, I would still feel that because I am a protector at heart. That is my duty. I protect my loved ones. And as a man, that is how we think. That's how a lot of us think. And it's not our fault. I know men get told that all the time, but because of our innate want and desire to be a protector of our loved ones, to be a provider, there's still going to be that little blame that we're going to place on ourselves for not being there. So be wary of that. There are a lot of men that you know, a lot of good men, decent men, strong men, men of great character who are at the edge and you don't even know it. Talk to your brothers. Talk to your man. Another thing that a lot of good men, decent men suffer from is realizing if they're even good. Like, there's a reason why I made the theme of this channel about good men and decent men. There's a reason why. You'll have people say, oh, there's no such thing as a good man. A good man is never going to tell himself that he's a good man. I've heard that. That's cool. But on this channel, that's exactly what I'm going to say, because I'm going to announce the things that I see in you, the things that I see in people. I'm going to reverberate the good in you. I'm going to scream it out loud. I'm going to yell it out loud. I don't care what you think, because I want you to know that you're good. I want you to hear it from me, Sealz the man, that you are good, that you are decent, because it is not told enough. And when it comes to this, particularly men, a lot of men do not see themselves as good men because they feel like the things that they do are the things that they are supposed to do as a man. And I know this because I've asked men, like, bro, do you see yourself as a good man? And guess what the answer was overall? Mostly, nah, I just do what I'm supposed to do. I heard that over and over and over again. A lot of decent men have been conditioned to not see themselves as good. They have been conditioned to believe that they are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So thank you for watching my video. Hopefully you learned something. And as always, I appreciate your support. See you on my next video. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.